Good afternoon, guys. I'm very lucky this afternoon to be joined by Evan Doney. Evan, welcome.
Thank you, Cornelius.
Great to have you at the CIE.
Thank you.
Would you mind telling the audience where we are right now?
We are in the middle of downtown Chicago. We're at the Chicago Innovation Exchange, working here for the summer, doing all sorts of great things for the Promazo.
And you've been involved with Promazo for a while. You worked as a coach. Now we might have you on full time. Fingers crossed. Talk me through your journey with the company.
Sure. I got involved just in a really quick meeting that I had with one of my old friends. She and I, had talked about startups and all sorts of things. And she said, "Hey, we might actually have a spot for you. Why don't you, meet the team, interview?" And I did. And Mike, Brett, and time Mary Schlegel, we just hit it off. And really, we spent most of the first interview talking about just local startups and what we were passionate about. And then it was just a good fit. So for the first semester, they put me on. I managed 2 projects, one for Whirlpool and one for Hamilton Insurance. Yep. And then for the second round, Whirlpool came back and gave us a really killer project, and I managed that one, and we had some good success there.
So for those who don't know, what did you do with Whirlpool?
Sure. So the first project, we built an algorithm that analyzed new investment decisions for them. So they're giant company, $21 billion, 70 manufacturing research centers all around the world. They actually acquire a ton of companies. But one of their biggest concerns is that they get too many investment opportunities coming their way. So we work with Noelle Dolan, and she's a senior manager in the innovation department for them. And she just has so much stuff come across their desk. She has no idea how to analyze it all. And her team, her staff, just they don't have time to go in depth in every single investment opportunity. So she asked us to build a working algorithm so that we could actually tell her which investment opportunities were worth looking into. And so I had a team of 5 students, and we spent the semester digging into market reports, market research, past investment decisions, things that have panned out well. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, we actually had this amazing algorithm.
So it worked?
It worked, yeah. I would venture to say that it did work. Yeah, we had about 10 metrics, and 5 of them were rock solid. The other 5, you can argue whether it's perfect or not. It's just tough with these algorithms. But at the end of the day, when we finally reported out, we actually reported out 10 opportunities that they had kind of preceded us with and said, tell us if these ones are good. We have our own internal investment or our own internal assessment going on. Yep. And we matched them almost exactly on their internal assessment for half the cost, almost no time. Yep. It's just, really great result, and all the credit goes to the team, obviously.
Now, I know you mentioned there was a second project. Mm-hmm. But initially, do you think they believed you could be that successful?
Oh, I don't know. We kind of walked away from the first meeting like, wow, all right, this is a tall order right here. And they knew too. I mean, we had a couple other people in the meeting that were less enthusiastic about us doing the project. Our direct report, she obviously was really passionate about it. We walked away from that meeting, and one of my team members on the drive home was like, "Guys, we're like real consultants. What is this?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course we are." Yeah. And I don't know if they, what their internal opinion on it was, what they were expecting. But after our final report out, they mentioned to us privately that they were comparing the work that we did to some other very big consulting firms, and that we had, kind of matched them on par. And so obviously they gave us a second project, and that project was in a totally different realm. It was a design project actually. Amazing. And that one we really didn't think we were going to be able to pull it off. But
and you weren't just managing undergrads, right? It was a whole range of students.
Right. So for our first project, we had a PhD, an MBA, 1 undergrad, 1 master's in management, myself, and then the second project, it was mostly undergrads. No, 2 undergrads, 2 masters, and a professor actually.
So a wide array of talent. Yeah. And you're going to be working at Quintiles this fall.
Yep.
How's that going to prepare you for kind of real world consulting?
Oh, I mean, I now know how it works, right? Yeah. I mean, you do case studies, you practice, talk to your friends, you network, but you just never really get the full breadth of the experience until you actually do it. And that's what Promazo gave me. I mean, doing these consulting reports, training reports, working with clients, weekly check-ins, managing a team, that's huge. Now as I've managed consultants, now I know, how I can be the best consultant, what, my superiors are going to want in their role. Obviously it's different from industry to industry, but there's no substitute for working on it in the real world.
I mean, you founded, 3 companies now?
2.5, I like to say.
Yeah, I knew that. He's modest. So talk to me about how that experience was different. So obviously founding companies one thing, managing a diverse team, with schedules and commitments and things like that. What stuff?
Oh man. Oh geez. You know, starting a company is just a whole different animal than working within the boundaries of corporate America. I would say it was tougher starting a company, but I had more fun working for Promazzo. There's a great quote by Elon Musk: "Is starting a company is like chewing glass and staring into the abyss. It's miserable, and you never know what you're going to get." With Promazzo, there's some buffers, some safety nets, and you know it's exactly what's expected. And you can go out and excel, and you get the pat on the back at the end of the day. So I had a ton of fun working on the Promazzo project, but it was a very entrepreneurial spirit, right? Yeah. When we saw the success of the Whirlpool project, the Hamilton project, the leadership team kind of looped me in on a little more. That's why I'm here this afternoon, is working on at a higher level what Promazzo can be, and the opportunities there are just great to actually work on a startup.
My final question: so obviously within your team, you had some younger members. How did you see them develop, and what do you hope to see from them in the future? Do you think they're going to be the future Whirlpool projects?
Oh, they already are.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I had I think managed a total of 15 students over the course of the 3 projects I managed, and I think 4 of them are already project managers for Promazzo. So it's actually fun to be in the board meetings that we have at Notre Dame, because it's like I got my own little army. They used to work for me, and now they're on the board. Yeah. So no, I mean, they're all extremely talented. I couldn't be more happy with the work they put out, and yeah, they're going to be great managers someday, and great consultants, and hopefully run their own firms someday. So.
Evan, absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
See you later, guys.
Absolutely.